Let's meet the MSB starter. At forward number 12, a 6'5" freshman from Billings, Montana, Saran Richmond. At forward number 34, a 6'3" junior from Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, Daniel Shedden. At center number 22, a 6'6" junior from Pelham, New York, Zach Rollins. At guard number 1, a 6'1" freshman from Boise, Idaho, Kobe Terashima. And at guard number 2, a 5'11" senior from Malta, Montana, Kendall Denham. Now fans, let's make tonight's starting lineup for your Seattle Pacific Falcons. The Falcons are coached by Grant Lee. His assistants are Keegan Bone, Matt Horton, and George Parker. Let's meet your Falcons starters. At forward number 2, a 6'5" junior from Maple Valley, Coleman Wooten. At forward number 33, a 6'5" sophomore from Wenatchee, Kevin Long. At center number 30, a 6'8" junior from Richland, Nathan Stryford. At guard number 10, a 5'9" junior from Yakima, Nikhil Lizotte. And at guard number 22, a 6' sophomore from Sandy, Utah, Gabe Colosimo.
And a very good evening to you once again, everybody. Tom Giulianella here with you for tonight's SPU doubleheader. First up, the SPU men against the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets. And then later on, it'll be the SPU women against Alaska Fairbanks. The Falcons are coming into this game needing a little bit of a boost. They have lost their last 2 games, a couple close losses to Concordia, a couple close losses to Western Oregon and St. Martin's, and they also played a close game against Concordia on January 11th that they barely won. Falcons now are 10-6 overall in the year, 5-4 in the GNAC. Montana State Billings, they've won 3 of their last 5 overall. They are 11-8 overall, 3-5 in the GNAC. The Yellow Jackets 2-5 on the road, Falcons 4-3 here at home at Royal Rome Pavilion. Falcons in the home whites, Montana State Billings in the dark blue jerseys, and we're underway with that tip-off as Montana State Billings wins the tip. The Jackets will attack from right to left in this first half. Falcons will attack from left to right offensively. And that ball thrown away out of bounds. And the Falcons take over on offense for their first possession of the game. For the Falcons on the floor right now, you have Coleman Wooten, Nikhil Lizotte, Gabe Colosimo, Nathan Stroyfer, Gavin Long. For the Jackets of Montana State Billings, Kobe Terashima, Kendall Denham, Zoran Richmond, Zach Rollins, and Daniel Shedden are the starting 5 for Montana State Billings. Here's Nikhil Lizotte for the Falcons with the ball. Gives it to Coleman Wooten, heading to his left, fakes, comes in, ball's loose, and it's picked up by Rollins, and back the other way we go. Montana State Billings led by head coach Jamie Stevens in his 7th year on the job with the Jackets. Falcons led by Grant Leap. 2nd year for him as the head coach, 9th year for him with the Falcons. As that teardrop by Kendall Denham is no good. And the rebound going to Colosimo. And now Colosimo front court. He's going to head to his left a few steps, and he's going to find Wooten, although that was almost picked off by Rollins. Coleman Wooten coming in, slashes to the left, no good. He gets hit on the way up, and then he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul that time going on Zoran Richmond, number 12, 6'5" freshman from Billings, Montana. His first personal foul, first team of the half. And Wooten will go to the line for 2. First shot on the way for him is up and no good off the back iron. The officials in this game, Damon Bruland, Justin Shamian, and Jeremy Matthew. And the second free throw up and good for Wooten. So 1-0, Falcons ahead first here in the first half. And now this is Rollins with the ball. Gave it to Denham, left side. Denham heading to the right against Colosimo, goes up, lays it in with the right hand. So 2-1, Montana State Billings in the lead here as they make the first field goal of the evening. Colosimo hands it off to Long right side. Against Shedden, he hands it off to Lazat. Lazat against Terashima. Passes into the corner, it's Wooten. Now he comes in along the baseline, and he walked with the basketball, and it's a turnover for the Falcons. So Coleman Wooten called for the traveling. And now here come the Jackets, up 2-1. Very early in this first half. Denham with the ball. Denham hands it off to Shedden. Shedden coming in, fakes, goes up right hand, good against Long. And it's 4-1. Jackets ahead early. 2 field goals to 1 free throw. And now here is Colosimo to Wooten. Now he hands it off to Lazat. Lazat fakes, comes in, turnaround shot on the way and good. So Nikhil Lazat puts the Falcons into the field goal column, if you will. And he gets on the scoreboard for the first time tonight personally, and he makes it 4-3. Nice block underneath by Long, but not clean apparently against Shedden. We get a foul here on Long, his first team on the Falcons. And off to the line will be Mr. Shedden, and he'll shoot 2. Shedden coming into this game, 68% free throw shooter, 34 of 50 on the season. And the first shot coming up for him is going to be up and good, and that makes it 5-3. Jackets by 2. Second shot coming up here. Shedden now with 3 points in this game and make it 4. So Shedden, perfect at the charity stripe his first time out, and it's 6-3. Falcons trail by 3 as Colosimo has it against Denham, top of the circle, hands it off to Wooten. Now he goes to Lazat, comes in, takes a step in, shoots in front of Terashima, and he misses. Rebound basically going to Rollins there, and we're going to get a foul on the Falcons underneath. It's going to go on Wooten, and that's his first, second team foul of the half. 17-14 left first half, and now it's going to be Denham. Denham with the ball. He's going to find Rollins. Over to Shedden. Shedden. Denham. Hands it off to Rollins. 15 to shoot. Coming in against Wooten a step or two. Now he thinks about posting up. Colosimo poked it free, but Denham gets it back, and now here's Shedden trying to spin around. Lost the ball, and here comes Colosimo. Here's Lazat now, speeding it up in transition. Can't get the finger roll. Wooten can't get the putback. Ball batted around, and then Terashima took it away underneath. Now he passes left. Three-pointer for Denham. On the way and good. So a good start for Montana State Billings here early in this contest. 9-3 they lead it. Denham has 5. Colosimo with it. He's going to give it to Stroyford. Nathan Stroyford with the ball against Richmond. Hands it off to Long. And now he's going to pass it toward the corner. Pass out of bounds off Terashima. Intended for Lazat. They were hoping to have an open three-point opportunity with him. And now it looks like the Falcons will make a couple substitutions here. Harry Cavill and Braden Olson check in for Lazat and Colosimo, it looks like. So inbounds coming up here. And a whistle here, and we're going to get a foul, blocking foul on the Falcons. Foul's on Stroyford, his first. Team's third. Tough break there for the Falcons as they give the ball right back to the Jackets. Here's Denham with the ball, right side. Denham against Cavill. 18 to shoot. Now here's Shedden. Shedden to Terashima. Terashima heading right, going up, right hand, no good. Rebound going to Wooten, back the other way. Coleman Wooten. Well, the ball was dropped for a moment there by Olson, but he recovers. Shaky start here early on for the Falcons. Plenty of time to turn it around, though. As Wooten takes it over to Stroyford, right side. And with 8 to shoot, they give it to Long. Long heading left, trying to go in between a double team, and looks like he got fouled. With 5 to shoot, Shot clock will be reset. Now that time going on Shedden, and that's his first, team second. And we get a timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play in half number 1. Score is 9-3. Montana State Billings in the lead over the Falcons early on, and we'll be back in a moment.
In the game for the Falcons, number 11, Hunter Eisenhower.
And back here, ready to pick up the action with 15:28 to play in the first half. Looks like Hunter Eisenhower is checked in for the Falcons on their side. And now here is Cabell with the ball. Over to Eisenhower. Eisenhower slashes into the right, can't make it. Streufert taps it in for him, though. So the Falcons now are within 4 of Montana State Billings. So here come the Jackets now with the ball. This is Denham. And now the three-pointer on the way, in and out for Hafiz Abdul in the game for the first time for the Jackets. Here's Olsen on the other end. And he knocks down a defender outside of the restricted area, and I think this foul is going to go on the Jackets, and it will. It's a blocking foul. It's going to go on Denham, and that's his first. And now checking in for Montana State Billings will be Tyler Green, 5'9" sophomore from Redding, California. Green checking in. So Falcons have it, put it in play. Long almost fumbled it, but he gets it to Olsen. Now he goes up against Green. Olsen near half court, 20 to shoot. Olsen driving right, kicks it out. Long wide open in the corner, and he hit for 3. Gavin Long hit it from deep, and it is 9-8. So the Falcons within 1. And now here's Terashima. Terashima against Olsen. Now against Eisenhower. And now open look for Abdul, and it's up and too long. Rebound to Green. Here's Richmond. Hands it off to Green. Green just throws it over his shoulder. Back to Richmond. Spins around. Goes up left hand. Good. He's able to finger roll that one in, and it's now 11-8. First time today for Richmond on the scoreboard. And now Eisenhower gets the handoff from Olsen, and then he goes to Cabell. Cabell, he tried to hand it to Long, but it got stolen away by Rollins, and now Rollins will try to do it by himself in transition. He can't. Good defense by Cabell. And now Streufert, the long throw to Long, and Long gets the finger roll there against Richmond, and it's 11-10. So now the Jackets work it to the right with Green, and that's short on the air ball. They save it, though, from going out of bounds, and now a jump step to the hoop. Richmond can't get it in, but Terashima has it. Right-hand scoop, up and in for the Jackets. And they lead it 13-10. Terashima on the scoreboard for the first time. And now here's Long with it. Long to Streufert. Takes the pass to Olsen. Now here's Long. Long coming in. Scoops it into the corner. Shot on the way. Good. And it's it's Eisenhower, beg pardon, and Eisenhower makes the 3. And we're tied up 13-all. So Hunter Eisenhower on the scoreboard for the first time. With that tray. And now left side Terashima. Kicks it out. 15 to shoot. Whistle here. I think we're going to get a reach-in foul on Eisenhower against Richmond. That will be on Eisenhower, and that'll be his first, fourth team. And now a couple substitutions here. Coleman Wooten and Nikhil Lazat checking in for the Falcons. Also a couple substitutions for Montana State Billings as well. As Denham gets the inbounds pass, passes it to the right. And Yoshida kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way, up and good. It's Rollins who hits it from deep. And Montana State Billings now with the lead, 16 to 13. So the Jackets on top as Olsen has it coming in. Kicks out to the corner. Eisenhower can't make it for three. Loose ball picked up on the rebound by Richmond. And now here is Denham. Going to hand it off. Three-pointer on the way, and that's good again. It's Rollins who hits it from deep, so the Jackets immediately, just like that, go up by 6 as Rollins hits it. And now it's Olsen with the ball. Olsen to Wooten. Wooten with it. And off here to Cavill. Cavill lost the ball as it got poked out of there by Rollins, and that's where the foul will come in. So timeout on the floor following the foul on Rollins. That will be the first on him, the fourth on the Jackets in this half. Timeout on the floor with less than 12 minutes to play first half. 19-13, Falcons trail by 6. They get 2 free throws when we come back with 11:27 to play first half.
Off the timeout, Harry Cavill shoots 2.
And following the timeout, it'll be Harry Cavill going to the line. He shoots 2 for the Falcons, and the first shot on the way is going to be up and good for SBU.
33, Gavin Long.
And Gavin Long has been announced as coming back in the game for the Falcons. He checked in for Hunter Eisenhower. Second shot on the way for Cavill, up and good for him. And meanwhile for Montana State Billings, Kamal Tall is checked in the game for them. Tall is a 6'8" senior from Belgium. And the three-pointer on the way, up and good again for Rollins. So Rollins has got a little bit of a hot hand right now. He's got 9 points, and he's 3 of 4 from three-point land. And he's basically the difference in the score right now with those 3 trays. It's a 7-point lead for the Jackets as it is. Wooten misses, Cavill can't get the putback, and Tall gets the loose ball for the Jackets. Here's Green, and he's going to swing it to the right. Yoshida to Green to Rollins, left side against Cavill, driving to the right. Goes up, right hand, can't make it. Cavill fouls him, though.
Harry Cavill called for the foul.
So Cavill will be called for the foul, his first, team's 5th.
Number 5 on SPU, a shooting foul.
And it's free throw time. Rollins going to the line. Came into this game 36 of 46 from the free throw line this year, 78.3%. First free throw is going to rattle in. And that makes it a 23-15 contest. Second free throw coming up here in just a matter of moments. And it's going to be on the way, and it's going to be good as Richmond gets ready to check in for the Jackets. He comes in for Rollins. And now it's going to be Cabell who will inbound. He just hands it off to Olsen. That's how the Falcons put it in play. 9-point lead for the Jackets, their biggest lead of the half so far. Olsen with the ball. Gives it to Lizotte. Lizotte trying to work against Green. Now he just hands to Wooten. Now he gives it to Olsen. Olsen coming in against Denham, and now all alone there in the post was Coleman Wooten, and Wooten had a point-blank look at a layup, and he was able to put it in off the glass. Falcons now trail by just 7. Here's Green coming in along the baseline. Now goes past the basket, and he went out of bounds.
No basket.
So the Falcons will inbound it here as Cabell will hand it off to Olsen. Olsen going across the timeline. Wooten setting the screen for him. And it's going to go to Wooten, top of the circle. Just takes a 3, and it's short. Cabell trying to save it for the Falcons. He can't. Ball goes out of bounds. So now another substitution here for the Jackets. Terashima in, and Green comes out. 9:51 left, first half. Falcons down 7 as Denham takes it for the Jackets. Now Nathan Stroiford goes to the scorer's table, as does Gabe Colosimo for the Falcons. And there's the layup up and in there for Tall. Kamal Tall got an easy angle there, assisted Denham. And it's a 9-point game. Olsen to Wooten coming in against Tall. Trying to, well, he thought about passing it, but then he decides just to lay it in with the left hand, and that's a good decision for him. 5-point game so far for Wooten, 7-point game now on the scoreboard between the Falcons and the Jackets. Falcons down 26-19. Richmond against Cabell, bumping heads with him, and Cabell with the block. Loose ball, and Richmond picked it up, and he's fouled as he tries to put it back into the hoop. Foul again going on Cabell, his second, team 6. So we'll see if the Falcons take him out of the game at some point here. You have Stroiford and Colosimo sitting at the scorer's table right now, but they've been sitting at the scorer's table for some time. So hard to know if one of them will come in for Cabell as Richmond shoots 2 here, and the first shot on the way is up and good. And Cabell will come out of the game, as will Lizotte. And for the Jackets, you have Shedden come in for Sven Yoshida. So here we go with the second free throw now for Richmond. The Jackets up 8, and now they're up 9 as he makes that one nothing but net. 28-19. Colosimo with it. Colosimo heading to the front court against Denham. Goes to Wooten. Bounces here, long, fakes, comes in, goes up as he's hit, and he's fouled on the way up. That'll be number 5 on the Jackets in this half. And that will be number 1 on Tall as Rollins gets set to come back in the game for Montana State Billings. 2 free throws here for Mr. Long. First shot on the way up and good for him. Came into this game as a 77.6% free throw shooter for the year. And looks like Tall will check out of the game for the time being. Rollins comes in for him. Second free throw coming. It's going to be up, and it is going to be good. And that makes it 28-21. 7-point game. And now it's Denham with it. Denham heading to the left against Colosimo. And now Denham comes in toward the hoop, and Long broke that up, got a piece of it. And now here's Olsen in the front court. Colosimo heads left past Terashima. Goes to the corner. Long open. Tries the 3 while he has it. No good. Rebound Stroiford, though. Fresh 30 seconds for the Falcons. Colosimo gave it to Olsen, and Olsen makes it from downtown. Braden Olsen hits it from deep. And the Falcons now down just 4, 28-24. Olsen on the scoreboard for the first time tonight with that 3-point shot. Denham with the ball. Gives it over to Terashima. Terashima bounces. And now this is Richmond. Richmond against Stroifert. Turnaround shot. Foul. Falcons not happy about that call, but Richmond was able to draw the foul just by kind of throwing it up and getting up close and personal with Stroifert. That's the 7th foul on SBU in this half. 2nd foul on Stroifert. And because it was a shooting foul, it'll be 2 shots instead of 1 and 1. And the first shot up and good there for Richmond. 29-24, Richmond with 5 points here in this first half. Second shot coming for the 75.4% free throw shooter. And it's going to be up and good. 30-24 now as Tall checks back in. He comes in for Richmond. And now it'll be Wooten who will inbound for the Falcons. And now Eisenhower's going to come to the scorer's table, check in. He'll come in for Stroifert. And now goes to the bench with his 2 fouls. Inbounds pass coming. And it's Colosimo. Colosimo against Denham. He bounces it to Wooten. Wooten against Tall. Posts up. Left hand. Up. And can't bounce in for him. And the rebound gets into the hands of Shedden. Terashima in transition gave it to Denham. Denham heading left against Colosimo. Now it's going to be Rollins. And he lost the ball. And it's going to be Eisenhower who scoops it up. And now here comes Colosimo with the left hand in transition. Lays it in with the right. Colosimo came in pretty darn fast. Just went right down the beeline. And he puts it in. Now Shedden heads to the right. Goes up, lays it in, past Wooten. So Shedden scores. That makes it a 6-point game. Jackets up 6 with 7:08 and counting left till halftime. Colosimo heads around the screen set by Eisenhower, gives it to Wooten inside, can't make it. Nice job by Tall to interrupt that. Terashima gets the loose ball, 3-pointer for Denham in transition, no. Rebound gets into the hands of Olsen. Olsen hustling the other way. Olsen goes up. And no basket for because there's no continuation. But we are going to get a blocking foul, it looks like, on the Jackets. Foul that time on Denham, his 2nd, team 6th. Comes with 26 seconds to play on the shot clock. 6:51 to play in the first half. And I would imagine the Falcons will get an inbounds play as opposed to a shooting foul when we come out of the under 8-minute timeout. 32-26, the Jackets leading the Falcons, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, continuing on here, we have 6:51 left until halftime. Score is 32-26. The Jackets leading the Falcons, and inbounds coming up here for the Falcons. And Olsen has it now behind the 3-point arc, gives it to Colosimo. Colosimo against Terashima. Heads left, then hands it off Eisenhower. Now it's Wooten. Wooten against Richmond, gives it to Eisenhower. Now back to Colosimo. Colosimo hitting right. 6 to shoot, now 5. 4, 3, 2, top of the key. Colosimo no good off the back iron, loose ball, and Wooten dives on it, and he hands it back to Colosimo. Fresh 30 seconds for the Falcons. Nice hustle by them. Colosimo against Terashima, and Terashima's going to get called for the foul. Got too much in the way of Colosimo there, and Terashima will get called for his first personal foul. So each team now tied with 7 fouls apiece. 1-1 situation here for SPU. Colosimo will go to the line here. Got to make this first one to get a second. And it is going to be up and good. So 32-27. And now Colosimo gets one more shot. And Colosimo is going to make the free throw. 32-28, 6 minutes 10 left until halftime. Terashima hands it off to Rollins. Passes left to Shedden, and now it goes into the corner, posting up. And it was Richmond who then kicks it out to Terashima. Now back to Richmond against Wooten. 10 to shoot, fakes, goes up, and no basket. Offensive foul's the call. And Coleman Wooten pumped about that. He high-fives everyone on the SPU bench. Foul that time. The second foul on Richmond, and that's the team's 8th. Won't be a shooting foul, though, because it was an offensive foul. Abdul checks in for the Jackets once again, and now here's Colosimo. Whistle here. Offensive foul. Offensive foul on the Falcons. It's going to be on Wooten, his second, team's 8th. And now the inbound's coming up here with 5:42 left till halftime. Gets into the hands of Terashima. So he got it from Rollins. To Green, now back to Rollins, and now passes left. Terashima heading to the right, 18 to shoot, gets around Olsen, and no basket, no continuation. They get a foul here, though, on the Falcons. Number 9 on them, number 1 on Olsen. Cabell will check in for SPU. And now 1-1 time for Terashima. Free throw on the way, up, no good. Falcons trying to hustle for the rebound. Nice save by Colosimo. Now here comes Long. Long into the front court. And now it's going to be Colosimo with it. 17 to shoot. Goes to the right, couple steps against Terashima. Now it's going to be Eisenhower, and then hands it to Long. Long lost the ball, and it's picked up by Rollins. Back the other way. Rollins hustling. Kicks it out to the corner. Open look for 3. Up and no good for Green. Olsen the rebound. Here's Colosimo. 2-on-1, but Eisenhower dropped it. Went out of bounds. And the Jackets will take it. Tough break. Inbounds pass coming, and it goes to Terashima. Eisenhower would have been open for a layup pretty easily, too, if he had caught that. And getting around the defender pretty easily there was Shedden against Eisenhower, and that makes it 34-28. Colosimo with it, 4.5 minutes to play first half. Hands it off to Eisenhower. Eisenhower hands it off to Colosimo. Colosimo, Eisenhower, 3, up, good! Shedden couldn't defend him there, and it's 34-31 as Eisenhower hits it from deep for the second time in this game. Terashima throws it over his shoulder. Abdul coming in, reverse, up, no good. Went straight up, couldn't go straight down into the hoop, and now here's Colosimo in transition, hands it, Eisenhower for the tie, got it to go in! Hunter Eisenhower again from deep, and it's 34-34 with 3:52 left until halftime. So the Falcons with a little bit of a spurt on the offensive end. Terashima comes in, kicks out to the corner to Green, and now it's Rollins for 3, and that's good. Rollins hits it, and he's got 14 in this first half. Colosimo across the timeline. Comes in, kicks out to the corner, Long for 3, and he can't hit it. And Cabell tried to get the tap in, couldn't do it, and now it's Abdul with the rebound. Terashima. Terashima kicks out. Green open for 3, and it's going to rim in. And I think we're going to get a foul as well, separate from the play. 40-34. And let's see what the foul is going to be after the shot rimmed in. Foul going on Eisenhower, and that's his second, team's 10th. And we'll get a timeout on the floor here with 3 minutes, 10 seconds to play until halftime. Score is 40-34. Montana State Billings in the lead over the Falcons. More to come in a moment. And following the timeout, 2 shots here for Shedden, because that foul came basically on a dead ball after the 3-point shot was in the air and rimmed in. And Shedden misses the first free throw, and now Yoshida will not be allowed to come back in yet for the Jackets as the second free throw is missed, and Cabell gets the rebound for the Falcons. So a little bit of a break there. They foul, and they have to have 2 free throws for the Jackets, but none of them go in. And now here's Colosimo. Colosimo trying to get rid of Terashima, and he's able to kick it out to Wooten, and he can't make it for 3, and the rebound going to Shed. Back the other way, Terashima. 2 minutes 40 left till halftime. Terashima looking back for a play. 16 to shoot, just hands it off here to Rollins. Hand it off, Green heading left. Kicks out, 3-pointer on the way, no good for Rollins. Rebound going to Tall, but he got rejected from behind, and now here comes Colosimo out of the fray with the loose ball. Bounces to Cavell. Mid-range teardrop, no good. Wooten can't get the tap in, but he's fouled as he gets pushed from behind. So the foul here is going to go on Green, and that'll be his first, team's 9th. This will be a 2-shot foul, though, for Wooten because it came in the act of shooting, came in the act of him trying to tap the ball in. So Wooten will try to get the Falcons within 4 here with 2 made free throws. First shot up and will rim in. And Wooten's got 6 in this first half. Stroyford checks in for Lizotte on the Falcons side. Yoshida checks in for Shedden on the Jacket side. And now, second free throw up and no good for Wooten, and the rebound going to Rollins. Back the other way we go now. Terashima with it. 25 to shoot. Terashima hands it off to Rollins, hands it off. Yoshida. Yoshida against Long. Now he swings it left. Rollins, and that pass going toward the other corner was picked off by Lizotte. Couldn't really get good control of the ball, and he got hit and fouled. And the foul there going on Green, and that's his second. Team's 10th, double bonus time. Lizotte will go to the line. Very good free throw shooter for the Falcons. 53 of 60 this year, good for 88.3%. And he'll go to the line now for 2. First shot on the way, up and good, and that gets the Falcons within 4. Chance to get it within 3 here. Lizotte now with 3 points to his name and make it 4 as he hits the second free throw. 40-37. Have a minute and 47 left until halftime. Terashima against Colosimo, and Terashima kicks it out. Rollins to Green. Green throws it over to the right. Rollins for three, no good. Tapping those, going to be good for Tall. And that'll make it 42-37. Jackets by 5. Colosimo with it. Heads to the front court. Tall with 4 points now off the bench for the Jackets. And now it's Stroyford. Stroyford, yeah, he threw it into traffic. Rollins broke it up. Green tried to save it for the Jackets and throw it to Yoshida, but he couldn't do it. It's out of bounds. Falcons keep it. 14 seconds to shoot here. Now we'll get a substitution. Braden Olson comes in for Stroyford on the Falcon side. And the inbound's coming up here. As Lazat will go over to Colosimo, then gives it to Wooten, and Wooten in traffic is able to throw his body around and lay it in with the right hand. He's got 8. 42-39. Green to Yoshida. And now Yoshida heading to the right. Goes up, no good. Rebound, Wooten. Back the other way. Coleman Wooten rumbling in transition. Lays it into with the right hand. As Wooten goes right down the middle and does it all by himself. Falcons within 1. Have a chance to have the lead at halftime, even though they've trailed for much of the first half here. As Terashima looks toward head coach Jamie Stevens for some instructions. 13 to shoot here. Down to 12, down to 11. Kicks out to the corner. Three-pointer for Yoshida, no good. Rebound long in transition. Elizat ahead of everybody. Right-hand layup, good! Falcons have the lead. Clock is running, less than 15 seconds to go until halftime. Terashima with it, shot clock off. Falcons by 1. Terashima gets away from Colosimo on that spin move, trying to get away from Wooten, throws it up left hand, in and out, half over. So the SPU Falcons, it was a little bit of a struggle for them to get the lead here at the end of this half. They only led for 31 seconds of this half compared to 17 minutes, 12 seconds for Montana State Billings. But the Falcons have the lead at halftime, 43-42 over the Jackets of Montana State Billings. And we'll take a 12-minute timeout in our coverage, and then we'll come back for some SPU sports news as well as some halftime stats as we get set for the second half between the SPU men and Montana State Billings. Well, back here at Royal Brome Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University in downtown Seattle. Tom Gianella here with you as we get set for the second half between the SPU Falcons and the Montana State Billings. On the men's side, it was a bit of a struggle for the Falcons in the first half. They had the lead twice in the first half. They were up 1-0 after a Coleman Wooten free throw, and then they were up 43-42 at the half. That's it. But here we are, the Falcons right there with Montana State Billings, playing with just 8 players available and healthy so far, and they're hoping to bring it home in half number 2. Tom Gianella here with you in case we haven't talked yet. Hope you're doing okay this evening. Let's talk about some other SPU sports news while we have a moment here. Jordan McPhee scored 26 points on Saturday to lead SPU to a 74-63 women's basketball victory at Simon Fraser. The Falcons clash with Alaska Fairbanks as the nightcap of tonight's basketball doubleheader. Tip-off for that game is going to be slated for 7:30. Excuse me. The SPU Gymnasts opened their 2018 campaign at home on Friday and finished second to UC Davis. The Falcons posted their highest season opening total since 2006 with a score of 191.325. After a quad meet this Friday at Boise State, the gymnastics team returns to Brome Pavilion to host Lindenwood and Wisconsin Eau Claire on January 26th at 7 p.m. And finally, the SPU men's basketball team hits the road for a pair of games next week. The Falcons visit Simon Fraser next Thursday, and then on January 27th, they travel to Bellingham for a 3 p.m. contest versus Western Washington. That game will be televised live on Root Sports. Your next chance to catch the Falcons men at home is February the 1st at 7 p.m. against Alaska Anchorage. And a quick look at some stats here in the first half. The Falcons, as a team, shot better from the field than Montana State Billings did, 14 of 29, 48.3%, versus Montana State Billings, 14 of 33, good for 42.4%. Falcons from three-point land shot 5 of 10. Jackets shot 6 of 14 for 42.9%. Falcons went 10 of 12 from the free throw line. Jackets 8 of 11. Falcons and Jackets each had 18 rebounds. Falcons' largest lead in this game has been 1 point. They were up 1-0 early in the game and then 43-42 at halftime, and that's it. Jackets led for 17 minutes, 12 seconds in the first half. Their largest lead was 9. Falcons had 9 assists, 7 for the Jackets. Each team had 7 turnovers. And as far as points off turnovers, Falcons had 7, Jackets had 4. Leading scorers for both sides. Coleman Wooten had 10 for the Falcons. Right behind him, Hunter Eisenhower with 9 with 3 3-pointers, and Gavin Long with 7. Leading rebounders for the Falcons, Coleman Wooten and Gabe Colosimo had 5 for the Jackets. Leading scorers, Zach Rollins with 14. And right behind him was Shedden with 8. And leading rebounder for the Jackets, Terashima and Richmond and Shedden and Tall each had 3. Falcons in the home whites to start this second half. And they'll be attacking from right to left on your screen. Jackets in the dark jerseys. They'll go from left to right offensively. It's like the Falcons will keep the ball here with 15 seconds to shoot. Last touch out of bounds off Montana State Billings. On the floor right now for the Falcons, you have Wooten, Lazat, Stroifert, Long, and Colosimo. And Colosimo takes it. For the Jackets, you have Dedham in the game along with Richmond. Layup up and good here. Rollins is in, Terashima is in, and Shedden is in. As Colosimo hits that inside shot for the Falcons, he's got 6 points now. Makes it 45-42. Falcons by 3. And coming in, Rollins floats it up, no good. Rebound going to Colosimo. He's got to hand it off here. Or actually, it was Stroifert who got the rebound, handed it to Colosimo. Beg your pardon. And now here is Wooten. Top of the key against Rollins. 13 to shoot. Gives it to Long. 10 to shoot now. Long out to the corner. Lazat hustling in. Throws it over his shoulder, and now it's Colosimo who hits it from three-point land. And what a feed there by Lazat. Practically a no-look over-the-shoulder pass from the baseline to near the top of the key. As now Shedden takes it, drives right past Stroifert, and he scores, and that gets the Jackets within 4.
Field goal for Daniel Shedden.
So that makes it 48-44. That three-pointer, though, that we just saw Colosimo hit, that gave the Falcons their biggest lead of the game by far at 6 points. As he scoops that to Wooten. Coleman Wooten, 15 to shoot, bounces it to Colosimo, hands it back to Wooten. Wooten coming in, going up. Right hand is good. Coleman Wooten puts it in. He's got 12, and the Falcons lead it again by 6. Denham to Terashima, now it's Rollins. Denham left side against Colosimo. Heading to the right, now top of the key, or top of the circle, excuse me. Terashima now toward the corner, and driving to the right was Richmond. Just tosses it straight up in the air, probably hoping he could draw a foul in the middle of all that traffic. He drew the foul. It's on Colosimo, his first, and it'll also be a shooting foul. So 2 shots coming up here as Zeron Richmond heads to the charity stripe. 6'5" freshman from Billings, Montana. First shot on the way for him, and it'll rim out. So still a 6-point game with 17:44 to play, second half. Second free throw coming here for Mr. Richmond, and it's going to be up and good, nothing but net. 50-45. Colosimo takes the inbounds from Wooten. Colosimo front court. Coming in, kicks out Stroifert, and he comes straight in toward the hoop, and he scores with a left hand. As he gets that one to rattle home, he's got 4, 52-45. Handoff to Terashima. From Denham that time, and now Shedden heading to the left, goes up, rejected inside by Long. Here comes Wooten, tries an outlet pass, but it's broken up and then picked off by Denham. And now Denham giving it to Rollins for 3, no good. Wooten trying to get the rebound, he does. Outlet pass, Colosimo has Rollins beat, lays it up with Rollins interrupting the play, can't make it. Long couldn't tap it in as it goes in and out. Tough break there for the Falcons as Shedden gets the rebound for the Jackets. Denham hands it off. And somehow Richmond got that over to Terashima. Three-pointer on the way here for Rollins from the left side is good. What a job there by Montana State Billings to not only defend that shot on the Falcons end in transition, but also somehow keep that play alive along the baseline to hit the 3. 52-48. They give Rollins a 3. He's got 17. And now Colosimo, after a short delay, gets the inbounds. Colosimo gets away from Denham. Now it's Stroifert to Lazat. Against Terashima. Fakes, shoots from deep. Yes, sir! Nikhil Lazat has 9. Now everything stops again. Looked like one of the referees was saying something to Jamie Stevens on the Montana State Billings side. Now here is Denham. Whatever the case, we play on. Rollins hands off to Terashima, back to Rollins. Zach Rollins against Wooten, and now he kicks out to Richmond. Richmond from mid-range, short, rebound, going to Colosimo. Colosimo with the Falcons up 7. He's going to try to get away from Denham. Nice handoff there to Stroifert, spins around, offensive foul. Offensive foul as Stroifert gives a little bit of a hip check there outside the restricted area. And that is going to be foul number 3 on Stroifert overall. Second in the half on the Falcons as Cabell checks in for him. Cabell re-entering the game with 2 fouls for the Falcons. Inbounds coming up here. Rollins hands it off to Denham. And Denham going over to Rollins against Cabell. Now it's going to be Terashima, who then hands it off to Richmond. Now back to Terashima. Terashima in the corner against Wooten. Kicks it out, Rollins. He's going to find Denham. Tries for 3, and it rims out. Rebound, though, going to Richmond. Counted in the foul as he scores off the putback, and that makes it 55-50 with 15:39 to play, second half. Foul that time going on Lizotte, his first, third team. Chance for the Jackets here to get within 4 with 15:39 to play in the second half, as they'll have a chance to complete a 3-point play when we come out of the under 16-minute timeout. Falcons up 5, back in a moment. And back in action here following the under 16-minute timeout. And now it will be Zeron Richmond going to the line, and he will shoot 1. And the free throw up and good, and that makes it a 4-point game. 55-51, Jackets within 4. Falcons have led all through the second half after the Jackets led for basically all through the first half. Colosimo heading to the left against Rollins. And trying to get away from him. Now he circles past the basket to Long to Wooten, and Wooten was there all by himself, and he lays it in with a left hand off the glass. Falcons up 6. Wooten has 14. Rollins to Denham left side, now heading back toward the middle. Passes left. Hiroshima, and that ball's picked off. Here's Colosimo. Colosimo in transition. Finds Long, a little too far back for Cavill, but he retrieves it. Now here's Wooten, kicks it out to Lizotte, fakes, comes in, and it will be a blocking foul, even though it looked like Lizotte may have extended out a stiff arm a little bit there against Denham. But they called a foul on Denham for blocking his third, team's first. As Green checks in, as does Abdul for the Jackets. They come in for Denham and Shedden. Olsen comes in for the Falcons. He checks in for Lizotte. And now the inbounds here. Lizotte to Olsen. Olsen with 17 to shoot. Giving it to Lizotte. Fakes. Has position against Green. No good as he leans in. Tap in. No. Rebound Abdul. And now here comes Terashima. Terashima front court against Olsen. Terashima now against Cavill. Finds Rollins, three-pointer, no good. Rebound Abdul, fakes out Cavill, and he scores as he gets a point-blank look at the hoop. So Abdul on the scoreboard for the first time in this contest, and it's 57-53, 4-point game. Lizotte coming in left hand, going up, and it will be an offensive foul on Lizotte. Offensive fouls, he knocks down a Yellow Jacket outside the restricted area. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. And now it looks like Eisenhower will come in for Lizotte. Inbounds coming. It will be Rollins who will do the honors. We'll probably just hand it to Terashima. And off we go once again here. Terashima against Olsen. And he bounces it over to Green, and now it's going to be Rollins. Shot from the free throw line. No. Rebound goes to nobody because we have a foul, and it's going to be a loose ball foul on the Jackets. Their second foul of this half. Fouls on Richmond, his third overall, and now Tall's going to hustle to the scorer's table to come back in. And now Yoshida will also come in. Abdul is out. And Richmond with the 3 fouls is out. Now Olsen. Olsen taking it for the Falcons. Olsen coming into the right. Finds Eisenhower. 3. Up and in! Hunter Eisenhower hits it from deep. And the Falcons now back up by 7. Green trying to take it back. He can't. Rebound Tall. Throws up the reverse. No good on the putback. Rebound to Olsen. Hustling in the front court. Olsen to Cavill. Right hand slam! Cavill throws it down against Tall. Cavill happened to stand tall right there. And that sends this crowd into a little bit of an uproar. And now here is Terashima. Hands it off. Green against Wooten. Now he hands it off Rollins. Rollins left hand up in. 7-point game. Good night of scoring for Zach Rollins continuing here. He's got 19. Now it's Olsen. Olsen with the ball. Cavill. Long left side heading to the right. He's going to go to Eisenhower, who's got 12 points now after his last three-point attempt. He's got 4 3-pointers on the night. Now Olsen fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Yoshida, and then Yoshida immediately gets fouled. So a turnover there for the Falcons. And now a foul on Olsen, his second. Comes with 12:36 to play in the second half. 5 fouls now on the Falcons already in this half, as Stroyford re-enters the game for Long. Inbounds coming. It is going to go to Terashima. Terashima against Olsen. He hands it off to Green. Back to Terashima. Tries to throw it inside to Tall, and it's broken up, and then it's picked off by Cavill. Back the other way, Olsen. Olsen dribbling left hand shot, no good, too high off the glass. Tap in though for Stroyford is good. After the initial tap in by Cavill didn't go in. Falcons by 9, their biggest lead of the game. Terashima against Cavill. And he will kick it out. Yoshida, right hand, rejected by Stroyford inside. Here comes Olsen now, going to the right. He's going to find Cavill. Now Wooten fakes the pass, comes in, left hand, blocking foul is the call. No basket on the tap in, but 2 shots coming up here, I'm sure, for Wooten after the 3rd foul on the Jackets in this half. And the foul here going on Tall, and that's his second, 3rd team. Timeout on the floor, and it comes with 11:50 to play second half, so under 12-minute timeout. Falcons by 9, chance to go up by double digits when we return. All right, 11:50 left second half. Coleman Wooten to the line for free throws now, 2 of them. And the first shot on the way up and no good for him as he rims it out off the back. So Wooten still stuck on 14 points. Second shot coming up here. It's going to be up and it's short. That wasn't even close. So Coleman Wooten struggling at the free throw line there. He's now 2 of 6 from the charity stripe in this game. Inbounds will be rolled to Denham after a scoreless possession for the Falcons. He hands it off Terashima. Terashima to Shedden. Inside Rollins. Fakes. Ball poked out of there by Wooten. Doesn't look like there's a foul that's going to be called. So the ball will be inbounded by the Jackets with 21 seconds to shoot. Inbounds pass coming. And it's going to go to Terashima against Olsen now. Terashima heads left on a quick move. He bounces it to Richmond. Richmond against Stroifert, left hand, rims in. 7-point game. 64-57. Richmond is 12 now to match his jersey number. And now it's going to be Olsen over to Cavill. Olsen right side. Cavill now comes in, dribbling left hand, mid-range, no good, it's short. Rebound into the hands of Terashima. 3-on-2 break. Here's Rollins, right hand, up and good. Off the glass, and it's 64-59. Long outlet to Wooten, pass broken up again, but Stroifert bats it back to Wooten. Nice play to keep it alive here for the Falcons, and they got a chance to do something in the half court now. 18 to shoot as Olsen slows it down, directs traffic. 15 to shoot now, 14. And now here's Cavill. Over to Olsen, tries for three, and it's short. Rebound into the hands of Denham now. 2-on-3 break. Denham is just going to hand it off here to Shedden. To Denham now, it's going to be Rollins. And coming in, dribbling with the right hand, no basket for Shedden. And they're going to walk the other way. It's a foul on Shedden. That's his second, team's fourth, as Colosimo re-enters the game for Wooten on the Falcons side. 10:28 to play. Falcons by 5. Here's Olsen. Olsen with the ball. Falcons, again, they've led for the entire second half after basically trailing for all of the first half, all but 31 seconds. And now it's Colosimo to Cavill, who fakes, goes in, right hand, no, but Stroifert is there with a helping hand, and Stroifert's got 8 points for the Falcons. 66-59. 10 minutes to play. Final quarter of play here between the SPU men and Montana State Billings. And remember, coming up after this game, we have the SPU women and Alaska Fairbanks. That game tipping off at 7:30. Shot from mid-range up and good here for Rollins. Jackets not out of this by a long shot. They're down by 5. Rollins with 23, carrying the Jackets in terms of scoring right now. Oh, Stroifert threw it right to Terashima. Bad decision there to throw that ball, and it's going to lead to a layup chance, and the third time ends up being the charm for Shedden as he gets the putback to go in. 66-63. Olsen with the ball, front court. Falcons ahead by just 3 now. Colosimo dribbling left hand, kicks out Olsen, back to Colosimo. Now Stroifert. Colosimo, right corner, 3, and Gabe Colosimo hits it from deep, and he's got 12. Falcons by 6. Terashima over to Rollins. And now it's going to be Denham left side. Toward the corner with Terashima. Now he goes to the other quarter with Shedden. Reverse, no good. Whistle here. We're going to get a foul on the Falcons and Colosimo, his second. And I think this will lead to free throws, and it will, as Shedden will go to the line for 2. First shot for him. It's going to be up and no good. Off the back iron. Shedden, 6'3" junior from Costa Rica. Second free throw coming up here. And it's going to be up and good. So Yoshida checks in the game now. He comes in for Shedden. And now the inbounds. And it's going to go to Olsen. Falcons by 5. Trying to add on to this lead. Give it to Stroifert, top of the circle, trying to find a place to go. They go inside. Cavill reverse in. Cavill scores. He's got 6. And the Falcons lead it by 7. 71-64. And now a whistle here, and I think we're going to get a foul called. Foul called on Olsen, his third. And the team's 7th, so 1-1 time for Montana State Billings with 8:14 to go. Terashima, 6'1" freshman from Boise. heads to the line here. Shoots 1 and 1. First shot up, good for him. Freshman Terashima came into this game shooting 33 of 43 from the free throw line, 76.7%. Now 1 of 1 in this game. Second shot for the freshman, up and good. So he's got 4 points. And now Shedden will re-enter the game for Yoshida. On the Yellow Jackets side, 5-point game after 2 made free throws. And now Olsen takes it for the Falcons. 8 minutes, 10 left. Falcons trying to add on here. Olsen going to Colosimo, fakes the 3, and now he just moves around and then gives it to Olsen. Back to Colosimo, 3-pointer up. No, it's short. Rebound, Colosimo scoops it up. Colosimo is going to circle back and then give it to Olsen. Back to Colosimo, 23 to shoot. Colosimo throws it to Stroifert. Stroifert is going to go to Olsen, 16 to shoot, 15. Trying to get away from Terashima. Comes in. And now a whistle. And Colosimo tries to throw up a shot. That won't count. But we are going to get a foul here on the Jackets, I believe. It's going to go on Richmond. That's his 4th. Richmond with 12 points. May have to sit out here for a little bit because of his foul trouble. That's now 5 fouls on the Yellow Jackets in this half. Timeout on the floor with 7 minutes 34 left to play. Falcons up by 5. Back in a moment. Ready to continue on here following the foul. And now it's going to be Lazat to Wooten. 7:33 and counting left second half. Falcons by 5, 71-66. 15 on the shot clock and counting now. Stroiford right corner. Kicks out Colosimo. 9 seconds. 8, 7. Colosimo coming in with 6-5. He's going to bounce it toward a Wooten, and then it's picked off. Broken up, and then Terashima scoops up the loose ball. And now Terashima is going to give it over to Shedden. Shedden against Long, and he misses, but we're going to get a foul, and Long can't believe that call. That'll be his second. 8th on the Falcons. 2 shots coming up here. And now it's Shedden back to the line. Shedden in this game, just 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. First shot on the way here and good, nothing but net. So 71-67, 7:01 to play. Second shot coming up. It's going to be on the way, and it is good, and that's 71-68 now. 2 free throws for Shedden go in. Now here is Colosimo. Colosimo heading left to Long. Long lost the ball, and now him and Tall in a scrum for it, and Tall's able to get it out to Terashima, who then outlets it out to Shedden. He almost got the reverse layup. He'll go to the line instead for 2. The foul that time on Stroiford is 4th, and now Cavill's going to probably come in the game to get Stroiford out of there. That's 9 fouls on the Falcons in this half. 2 more free throws coming up here for Shed because it was a shooting foul. or shed in, excuse me. First shot on the way up and good. And now it's going to be Cavill who comes in for Stroyford. No surprise there. Grant Leap will get Stroyford out of the game because he's in foul trouble now. The second free throw up and good for Shedden, and we have a 1-point game. 71-70. A little close for comfort now as Colosimo says timeout. Falcons with 2 remaining and 6:37 left on the clock. 71-70, Falcons up just 1. Back in a moment. .637 left in this contest. Falcons inbound following the timeout, and they're up 1, 71-70. Colosimo, 20 to shoot. Gives it to Lazat. To Colosimo, 14 to shoot. Long, Cabell, right corner. Against Shedden. Tries to hand it off to Wooten. It's stolen away by Tall. Here comes Denham. Denham to Rollins. And now it's Terashima, left hand good as he goes down the middle. And for the first time in this half, Montana State Billings has the lead. 72-71. 6 minutes still to play. Long. Lazat. Colosimo to Cabell, bounces inside. Wooten can't make it, left hand. Rebound to Long, going up for the putback. He's fouled. 6 fouls now on the Jackets. And it's going to be number 2 on Rollins. 2 shots for Long. He's got to make 1 to tie, 2 to give the Falcons the lead. Long in this game, 2 of 2 from the charity stripe. First shot coming. On the way, and it is good. 72-72. Long, 77.6% free throw shooter heading into this game. 3 of 3 tonight. 4 of 4 now as the Falcons retake the lead. 73-72. Long has 9, and now Denham gets the inbounds from Rollins. Back to Denham. Passes left. Driving right, Shedden trying to score the right hand. Can't make it against Long. Rebound, Cabell. Good defense by Long on that driving layup. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Shedden as Cabell lost it on the dribble. Terashima alley-oops it. And Shedden tried to put it in. I think they're going to call this goaltending. It is going to be goaltending. The Falcons touched it when it was up on the rim. And the Jackets have retaken the lead. 74-73 with 5:25 left. Eisenhower comes in now for Long, it looks like. So Eisenhower re-enters the game with his 12 points. And now the inbounds. Going to Colosimo. Falcons trying to get the lead right back here. Lazat, Cabell, spins around. And he tried to kick it out, but Cavill's able to avoid a steal there. and maybe even a fast break chance by getting that ball back. Gets it to Lizotte. Comes in. Cavill. Right-hand layup is good. The Falcons somehow, some way were able to scratch and claw and get points out of that possession. Wasn't pretty, but they retake the lead. Terashima back to Denham. Denham hands it off. Terashima over to Shedden for three. It's short, but right back into the hands of Denham. And Denham ends up being Johnny on the spot right there, and he's got 7. And the Jackets have the lead again. 76-75. Lizotte, Colosimo, and it was off the hand of Rollins. He thought Eisenhower may have tipped it out of bounds. Looked like a good call from our vantage point behind the far basket here. Inbounds coming. Cavill, long pass over and back to Lizotte. Takes it into the front court again. It's going to go to Colosimo, to Lizotte for the lead, and the three. No, it's short. Rebound Terashima. Back the other way here. Terashima right side. He's going to give it to Rollins for the three, and it's short. And the rebound going to Cavill. Now here's Colosimo. Colosimo over to Eisenhower. Working the baseline. Passes inside. Easy layup for Wooten, and he scores. Falcons back ahead with less than 4 minutes to go. Denham trying to speed it up on the Montana State side. Tall trying to set the screen. And now it's Rollins. Hands it off to Shedden. Denham against Cavill. 12 to shoot. Fakes against Colosimo. Now he just gives it to Rollins. Rollins coming in against Cavill. Whistle. No basket attempt. But it will be a double bonus situation here, as that's foul number 10 on the Falcons. And Rollins, with his 23 points, will go to the free throw line here as the foul goes on Cavill, and that's his third personal foul. So Montana State Billings in the double bonus the rest of the way here. Falcons with 10 fouls in the second half. Jackets with just 6. Timeout on the floor with 3:29 to go. 77-76. Falcons for now up by just 1. .329 left, second half. Rollins to the line here. 6'6" junior from Pelham, New York. He will shoot 2 shots. First shot up and good, and that ties it. 77 all. As Gavin Long checks back in for the Falcons, in for Lizotte. Richmond with 4 fouls, checking in for Tall on the Jacket side as Rollins gives Montana State Billings the lead again. He's got 25. Falcons down to 1. Here's Colosimo. Colosimo now bounces to Wooten. Bounces inside Long, lays it in, and the foul as he gets hacked from behind by Shedden. A big play there for the Falcons. That's number 7 on the Jackets. But it'll just be 1 shot here for Long as the foul goes on Shedden, his third. And now here is Long. 1 shot, and it's good. Falcons by 2. With 3:17 to play, here is Denham. Denham to Rollins, heading to the right. Bounces, it's picked off! Long picks it off! And now he'll circle back and give it to Colosimo because there wasn't really an advantage in numbers for the Falcons on that break. So now Colosimo to Wooten. Whistle and a foul. 1-and-1 opportunity coming up here. Foul is on Mr. Shedden, and that's his fourth. Shedden with 19 points to his name. Him and Richmond in big foul trouble right now. Shedden with 4 fouls, Richmond with 4, and both of those guys have combined for 31 points for the Jackets in this contest. Second and third best scorers on the team right now behind Rollins. As Stroyford checks in for Eisenhower following the made free throw by Long. Second shot coming up here as Long will make the free throw, and it's 82-78. And it's going to be Denham. Falcons by 4. 2-possession game, but a lot of time left on the clock, obviously. Denham heading to the left. Now he kicks it out. Richmond against Stroyford, gives it to Rollins. Rollins swings it right, Terashima. Now it's Shedden. Back to Terashima. Terashima spins around against Cavill. Goes up, blocked by Cavill, and then he picks up the loose ball. Great defense by Cavill on that layup opportunity as the Falcons try to get some insurance runs here. Colosimo hands it off to Long, going to Wooten. Wooten layup, left hand, good! And the foul as well as Terashima went down in the restricted area. He blocked Wooten's path to the basket. That'll be number 9 on the Jackets. Timeout on the floor.
Basket is good for Coleman Wooten, and the foul. That goes on.
Foul here on Terashima. Kobe Terashima called for the foul. That's his second, team's 9th. 84-78. Falcons up by 6. Chance to go up by 7 with 1 free throw here by Wooten and 2:16 left on the clock. We'll be back. Continuing on here, 2 minutes 16 to go. 1 free throw for Coleman Wooten from the free throw line. He's got 18 points and making 19 as he makes the free throw and exults kind of sarcastically after that one. I'm assuming it's sarcastic. Shedden with it. Falcons up 7. Denham dribbling left hand along the baseline. Bounces to Terashima. Terashima slashes in, spins around, throws it up. And he walked with the basketball. A turnover for the Jackets as Yoshida checks in for Shedden. Sven Yoshida in. Shedden heading back to the bench, disappointed for the time being. Jackets run out of time. Falcons trying to break this game open. Colosimo to Wooten. Wooten spins around, right hand, no, in and out. Rebound going to Rollins. Back the other way. That could have broken the game open right there for good. And now Rollins for 3, and it's going to rim out and short. Rebound tipped over to Long, and now here comes Wooten. Wooten thought about throwing the ball, and now he's going to be intentionally fouled by Denham to save some time. 1:30 to go here, and that will take the Falcons into the double bonus. But Wooten, of course, just a 45.5% free throw shooter going into this game, 25 of 55. Tonight from the line, just 3 of 7. So that's why you see the intentional foul there. Foul called on Yoshida, his first, and the free throw up and good for Wooten. Falcons up 8, hoping to go up 9. Still would be a 3-possession game if it's a 9-point game. 3 times 3 would tie it for Montana State Billings, and there's the second free throw for Wooten. So he had to endure a little hack-a-shack there, but he found a way to get those free throws in. And now Denham over to Rollins, heading to the right, inside, layup, no good. Rebound to Cabell. Back the other way. Colosimo with it. And now Montana State Billings really running out of time. Neither team is led by double digits in this game, but that may be about to change, as Stroiford, I believe, was the one that got fouled there with 1:06 to go. Foul there is on Richmond. That's his 5th, and he's out of the game. He finishes with 12 points, 4 rebounds. So now, 2 free throws coming up for the Falcons with 1:06 left to play. And it looks like Green will check in for the Jackets. Tyler Green checking in. Stroiford to the line. Gets that stroke down. And he's ready. First free throw up, good. Falcons up by 10. First time either side has been up by 10 or more. Falcons' biggest lead prior to that free throw was 9. Jackets' biggest lead was 9. Second free throw rims out. Still a 10-point game. A minute to play and change. Terashima, Denham, 3, good. Jackets needed that. They still have a little bit of hope with 59.6 to play. They're down 7, 88-81. Denham has 10 now. And we will come back in just a moment. And now Braden Olson checking in for the Falcons. 59.6 to play, 88-81. Falcons by 7, and now a whistle, and I think we got a foul before the inbounds happened. And they will march to the free throw line as the foul goes on Denham, his 4th. Denham with 4 fouls has 10 points, and it looks like it'll be Long at the free throw line for the Falcons. The Jackets need a lot of things to fall their way if they're going to even have a chance here in the last 59.6. First free throw up and good. And of course, as long as the Falcons make their free throws, they've got nothing to worry about at all. As long as they make their free throws and don't turn the ball over, that is. Second free throw up and good. Long has 14. Falcons by 9. 3 3-pointers would tie. Denham coming in, going for a quick 2. Can't make it. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. 54.4 to play. And a foul here going on Colosimo, his 3rd. So now Denham to the line. Denham tonight has not attempted a free throw. And this year is 27 of 33 from the line, 81.8%. First free throw, up and good. As Eisenhower checks in, 90-82 the score. Coleman Wooten in as well. Long checks out, Cavell checks out. Second free throw coming. And it is going to be up and good, and now it is 90-83. Shedden in for the Jackets. He comes in for Yoshida. Cavell's going to come back in for the Falcons. He checks in for Wooten. They just won Wooten in for a rebound opportunity. 7-point game. And now I think Wooten's going to come back in.
Correction, no sub.
No sub. Cavill out. Wooten in. Now a discussion between two of the officials. Let's get on with it already. Only have 54.4 seconds to go. It shouldn't take 10 minutes to complete the game. Now we're ready to go again. So here comes the inbounds. And they're trapped in the corner. And luckily for the Falcons, Olsen got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul on Shedden, his fifth. He's out. 19 points is what he finishes with. Shedden finishes with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And now Yoshida checks back in. So Richmond and Shedden fouled out. They combined for 31 points in this game. Them and Rollins, a big reason why Montana State Billings was able to keep this game close in the second half and why they led for much of the first half. As Cavill finally checks back in for the Falcons. He checks in for Eisenhower. Second free throw for Olsen up and good. Falcons back up by 9. Jackets have to hurry up. Probably have to attempt some three-pointers if they're going to have a chance. Denham fouled by Wooten. Wooten can't believe the call. That's his third. And with 46.1 to go, we get 2 more free throws. And now Denham to the line. He shoots 2. First shot on the way and good. And a reminder, coming up at about 7:30, maybe slightly later, we'll have the Falcon women taking on Alaska Fairbanks. And now checking in is Abdul for the Jackets. 46.1 to go. Here we go with the inbounds. Gotta find somebody. It's Colosimo. 7-point game. Cavill tosses it up. Olsen gets hit by Rollins, and Rollins will be the one that's called for the foul. That could have gotten awkward. But Rollins is called for the foul, his third. Yoshida ready to check in for the Jackets. Braden Olsen now will shoot 2 for the Falcons again with 39.3. And now Olsen makes free throw number 1, and that makes it an 8-point game. Yoshida in, and out is Abdul. Second free throw coming. It will be up and good, and it is 94-85. Falcons still up by 9. Jackets struggling to cut into this lead here in the final minute, even though they're trying like heck. And it's Denham who scores on the layup, but they need 3-pointers, not 2s. And they also need turnovers and missed free throws. And Olsen gets away from 2 defenders. Olsen gets shoved from behind, and that's where the foul will come in with 29.6 to go. And the foul here going on Denham, that's his 5th, and he's out. Denham finishes with 16 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. And now he becomes the 3rd player for the Jackets to foul out of this game, along with Shedden and Richmond. First free throw up and good for Olsen with 29.6 to go. Second free throw coming. Up and good. It's taking a long time to play this last minute, but the Falcons hitting those free throws, and they're making sure that the length of time this takes to complete isn't going to matter, as Terashima misses the layup, but there's the steal. Rollins for 3. It's short. And the save ends up into the hands of Cavill, and the Falcons will go to the line here, and that 3-point miss by Rollins may have been the last best attempt for Montana State Billings to climb back in the game. And barring a bizarre calamity here. We get a timeout now with 16.4. Timeout called by, let's see who the timeout's going to be for. 2 timeouts left showing for the Falcons on the scoreboard, and now none for Montana State Billings. They're out of timeouts. Well, barring some absurd calamity here, we're going to give this win to the Falcons. They're going to go to 6-4 in the conference, 11-6 overall on the year, 5-3 at home. So they try to climb back up from the middle of the pack in the GNAC and get themselves closer to Western Washington and Western Oregon, both teams they've already lost to. Western Washington 8-0, Western Oregon 7-1. For the Jackets, they're going to go down into 11-9 overall on the year, 3-6 in the GNAC, just 2-6 on the road. The Falcons, or rather the Jackets, they came into this game having won 3 out of 5, but looks like they're going to go down here in 16.4 seconds as Cavill hits his first free throw, puts the Falcons back up by double digits. And now Long will check back in for the Falcons. These teams will next meet on February the 17th at Montana State Billings. That'll be a 4:15 p.m. Pacific tip-off time. Falcons next play on the road on the 25th against Simon Fraser, and then on the 27th against Western Washington. The Western Washington game will air on Root Sports. Jackets just trying to save every millisecond they can. Rollins for 3, no good with the Jackets already down 11. Colosimo the rebound, and I think this is going to be the moment where the Jackets just decide to let the clock run out. So 98-87, the Falcons win it, and they break a 2-game home losing streak and get themselves back in that GNAC win column. So a good second half for the Falcons. They got the lead in this game right before halftime. In the first half, they were only up twice. They were up 43-42 at the half, and they were up 1-0 after a free throw by Coleman Wooten very early in the game. But they led for just about the whole second half tonight, and they end up winning by 11, 98-87 over the Jackets. So we'll take about a half-hour timeout and then come out for the SPU women and Alaska Fairbanks.